And welcome back to Cardboard King. We're here today with another Paldean Fates opening. It has just passed Friday here in Australia, so that is usually what we would consider Pokemon Day when it comes to releases. And today it's the Paldean Fates, tins. First one with Iron Treads, followed up by the Great Tusk EX, and then the usual mega reprinted Charizard. So, I believe there's 5 packs in each of these, along with a full art shiny on the front that's been turned into a promo that's been taken out of the set. I'm actually going to include these in my master set themselves. Looking to make the master set video soon, just waiting on the triple premium boxes to come out. I think they had like Sprigatito, Florigato, and then a full art Meowscarada, and then the same with the other 2 starters. So, getting into this, I've already kind of pre-opened these already. We'll leave the Charizard one to last. We'll get into the Iron Threads first, or Treads, sorry. So we'll just rip this off here. Not too much to see inside these boxes. I'm actually more of a fan of these boxes. Usually here in Australia we get the other ones, like the little ones that are like, you know, they're like that, and then it looks like a, I guess a hexagon? Octagon? Weird octagon? But that's our promo there for this one here, the Iron Treads EX, the full art, which I'll be chucking in the book at some point just to kind of even out the set, because it is a holiday set, so might as well keep everything in there. And we've got our first 5 packs. Now, my main question, I haven't done any research on these yet. Usually in the ETBs you get about 3 baby shinies, so it's like 1 in every 3 packs. With the triple blisters, the tech sticker ones, you get 1 in 3 packs, so you get definitely a shiny per triple. These ones, I'm not too sure how they are, because it definitely feels like Paldean Fates has definitely been a more seeded set compared to ones like it in the past. I wasn't around for Champion's Path. I never got to start with Champion's Path, but I did start with Shining Fates. And the pull rates of that particular set almost straight up made me not continue collecting Pokemon or continuing with the hobby. So, alright, so we're starting off with a Tusk EX. Funny story with this set as well. Pulling some of the base EX cards is actually kind of difficult. I can't remember which ones we had a problem. I think I only pulled 1 Espathra EX Terra out of 2 cases. And other people pulled heaps. Some I pulled a lot of other ones, someone else pulled 1, so it's like, doesn't feel like there's an actual formula to it. But right now, we're 2 packs out of 5. I'm hoping they at least guarantee 1 or 2 baby shinies per tin. Because right now, as it stands, depending on how the rest of these 3 packets go, I would still prefer the triple tech packs if you were looking for baby shinies or just for like general hits as a cost-effective means. But okay, there we go. We got our first art rare and just a heat Rotom. So we've got 2 hits out of 3 packs. Technically 2 hits out of 3 packs, which isn't terrible. I've had a friend that told me like one of her customers actually pulled a Charizard out of one of these tins. So, and I believe in that same packet there was a Mew. It always seems as though like when you get like a full art Mew, it almost feels like it's 80% of the time it's followed by an old art. So okay, there we go. So we get our baby shiny. So we've got 3 and 4 packs on hits so far, which is great. I do believe we already have this Thunderous. At the time of making this video, we're actually almost finished with the set. I think we're at like 102 out of 120 baby shinies. So this is our last pack out of the Iron Treads EX box. So let's see how we go. So we got 3 hits out of 4 so far. So if this one gives us another baby shiny, that'd be great. Okay, so this one, 3 hits out of 5. One of them being an art rare, base Turdskull, or Skrull, sorry, and a Thunderous baby shiny. And we'll move into the Great Tusk EX box. So depending on how this one goes, this is just our full art promo that's been taken out of the set and been added as a promo into the usual 5 packs that come with them. Just move this over here so I don't run out of space. There we go. So if we can get at least 3 hits per box here, that seems like we can kind of try to figure out to see if this is being seeded as well. I feel like tins, when you go into like a number like 5, it's a little bit hard to do the whole 1 in 3 packs equals a baby shiny at this point. If it was 6 and they gave you 2, then it makes sense, it'd be 1 in 3. At this point, very hard to kind of land what kind of seeding they're doing, or if they're doing any seeding at all when it comes to the tins. That being said, I feel as though Paldean Fates has definitely been a far more generous set in terms of pools, but there will be a lot of reports out there that it also is relatively brutal, and I have to agree with it as well. Again, it all comes down to luck, but I feel like there's also been a lot of batching issues when it comes to Paldean Fates, because it seems like there's like portion of shipments where everything's amazing, and then portions of a shipment where it's not too great. Alright, so far we've ripped into 2 packs out of 5 and nothing. So if this is seeded, these last 3 packs should have something each, hopefully. That's what we're hoping for. But this will pretty much determine whether or not the tins are seeded or not. Oh, there we go. We've got our full art Alakazam. Now, usually there's something behind a full art, but not this time by the looks of it. So that's our first hit for this box, the Alakazam full art. Move that to the side. Now, I don't think the full art shinies count as a baby shiny. So there should be a baby shiny still lurking in here, or a half art shiny, however you wish you'd like to identify it. Moving through. Alright, here we go. There we go. See, there's the baby shiny Jumpluff, which I think is one that we have already, I think. Oh! Now, funny story about this. I was going to buy this yesterday. I don't need to anymore. So we've saved a bit of money there, which is great because these cards, the gold and turquoise color, jade, actually it makes sense it was jade, they're harder to pull than the alt arts. It's harder to pull than a Charizard. Why? It makes no sense, but that's just how it is. So that was a decent box, and it does look like they are seeded. So it looks like per tin. Oh wait, actually we don't know because I've still got one more packet. It looks like per tin so far you're definitely going to get a baby shiny, and possibly, like not possibly, but it looks like you're going to get 2 hits at the minimum. Whereas there could be one more in here. I mean, I did kind of call it in the sense of like if it is seeded. But this is only a 3 tin sample size, so. But right now the 3 tin sample size is matching up to look like that it actually is 1 baby shiny and 2 hits. Where the 2 hits, the gigantic amount of it, is just dependent on your luck. Now we're moving on to the Charizard box. Here's old reprint number, this point I think it's 4? 5? There's a lot of versions of that Charizard, which is the meta Charizard at the moment for the actual game itself if you do play competitively. So I believe this time around I think the Pokemon Company has finally been able to make Charizard viable in the game, and they're just running with it. They're making sure it's probably not so much accessible to everybody, but probably trying to make as much as they possibly can of it. But to be fair, it is far better than like going ahead and paying $30-$40 for a tin, rather than, oh, there we go, we've got our first baby shiny for this tin, and nothing afterwards. Yeah, it's probably better to pay $30-$40 for the Charizard you need for competitive, and then getting a few packets afterwards. So, because I do believe when Obsidian Flame came out, which is where that Charizard came from, it was like $50-$45 for the base EX Terra version of that card, which is, when you think about it, relatively ridiculous. So I just pulled out 2. Ramona's Backpack, which is something we had trouble finding, and we got a full art Judge, so that's our first hit after the shiny for this box. So it does look like they are seeded, so it is pretty good that you are going to get something. So it almost feels like they make you feel like you're going to, if you do well, you're going to break even. If you do really well, you're definitely going to have made your money and then some per tin, depending on how lucky you are, if you pick the right one. But it is nice that they make it so that you don't feel like you've gone home empty-handed, which is actually a really welcome thing. That just also means at the same time that they make the stuff that's harder to hit. So there is also drawbacks and everything, but I think that's what keeps the hobby alive, that there is a little bit of a thrill in the chase. Because it would be really exciting if you could pull a Charizard any second day of the week. Especially if you're not opening volume. So Killer Wattrel, Magma, and Heat Rotom. Alright, so in theory this last packet here should have something. Because it does look like the tins are seeded. So here we go. Last packet for the Charizard tin for the Paldean Fates tins. Haunter, Natu, Donphan, Atticus, Mousehold into... Oh! Yes. Okay, so this guy's one of my chase cards. I don't mind getting multiples. So we've got 2 baby shinies. Now, I don't know if the baby shiny counts as a hit, so there might possibly be something behind it. Not too certain. We can only find out. Doesn't look like it. No. So that is our 3 tins. Not too terrible. I feel like the first tin, which is we got the Thundurus, the Toadscroll EX, and the Wugtrio. We definitely well under par on that one. The second one, far more breaking even on that one, to be perfectly fair, because we got the Tinglu, which I believe was like about $20–25, into a Jumpluff, and also an Alakazam Shiny, so that tin did far more better. And then this tin, the Charizard tin, pretty happy with the Ditto. Ditto's like about $20 as well, and also just something I'm seeking myself. Full Art Judge, and a Dash Fun. So it does feel as though the tins are seeded. It looks like you are going to get roughly 3 hits per tin on average. So definitely worth a buy if you can find them for a good price, especially if you're also hunting for the promos. Because I will be putting them in my master set just so that it fills out the end set a little bit better. And because it's a holiday set and the promos themselves actually fit in with the rest of the master set and it doesn't kind of feel out of place. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Take it easy. If you've opened any of these tins, let me know in the comments below and I'll catch you in the next one.